Everything here is immediately followed by sarcastic comments and nasty responses.
Yep, we're finally where we belong.
And don't think we don't know how to weed them out.
Put a chick in it, make her gay. Put a chick in it, make her name it gay.
All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
That's all, brother. I had it.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
It's very good. Well, if you can't get out of it, get into it.
Welcome to Inside the Badger Den with the Angry Badger and Mr.Techrat. Welcome to God, 33 episodes. 33 episodes. Every Friday, somehow. This is the most I've ever shown up to a job in a row without ever calling out. In fact, I have not called out yet. Let's see if I get that life achievement. Welcome to all my lovelies. I was gonna say that sounds gay, but that's all right. I just watched Deadpool for the third time. I'm feeling rather free with my sexuality. Gooch, aptly named. Thank you for joining us. Fully transitioned Leon got the invite, but he's busy stocking up videos, so he may or may not show up. Either way, we'll still raid him vigorously at the end for Leon.
Oh, wait a minute. I was waiting a second to interrupt, but I was gonna make the joke. Who was the champion I went up against, and how much did I beat her by? Wait, did I that was the joke. Did I actually beat a champion? Oh my god.
No, who did you go? Because I know you were the waifu battle again on Hypnotic.
What's her name from Jesus? Final Fantasy 6.
I watched okay, I beat Yuna previously. So I watched Scarface, which is 3 hours long, and so I was a little behind, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. Why can't they make gangster movies that aren't 3 hours long?
How about Rebel Moon Extended Cut, Rat? Have you watched this yet?
I didn't do the extended, no.
How much would you hate me if I said that we had to watch this and take vigorous notes?
I mean,
Gooch,
again,
don't make me
best job I've been to, so if that's what I got to do, it's what I got to do.
I have no idea, by the way, who that is. Sorry, shame me. But you know what? I would have voted for our boy Irwin.
Duh. I've been voting for Scooby Pup recently. And then that joking around ended up turning into me being apparently a champion. The chat is going to revolt at some point, though, and I am not going to be blamed. It's totally Scooby Pup and Sonia's fault. Hi, I'm NERDWARS.
I think it's all right. I'll allow it.
Scarface, 8 out of 10. You're in luck. I had the correct opinion of Scarface. So
yeah, and no, I don't think you have to watch it. Yes, don't worry. I can tell Irwin he's better for free. I was watching Deadpool again, like I said, for the third time. Let's see if I go for 4.
Did I win? Did I actually win?
Yeah, you did. They did the math because of Scooby Pup. Look, John says you won because Scooby Pup. They did the math. They mathed it, and it mathed out correctly.
So Sonia should be on the stream tomorrow, and Scooby Pup also invited. I am very unprofessional. I will send that invite 15 minutes before, and I will not confirm it.
I think you should make Hypnotic if you're still here. I mean, I think you should make Gooch the next waifu battle. I think that's a win-win for everyone.
No. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Also,
Hypno, don't do that.
His stream will get a strike if he's showing like AI art of Gooches.
True.
Oh no, I just take his actual picture. I think that'd be great. No, fine. The world is not ready, I guess, for Gooch.
They're not ready for me as the waifu.
Yeah, they're not ready for this. They're not ready for this. They can't handle
what
this.
Did you do? But I will say I do support it because it shows Hypno. It's because the ladies were like, we need a man. We always got to vote for the ladies, but could we vote for a man once? And somehow that man ended up being me. So he gave the ladies what they wanted, and they were coming through for me. He's giving the audience what they want, and it's working for him. Give the audience what you want, and what the audience wants is me.
I suddenly pictured like a portal opening and a bunch of different variants of Leon running through them, a la the end of Deadpool. And it's a terrifying thought, very terrifying thought. Oh, actually, hold on. Before I see you and I acknowledge you, but 1 second, I must say to DragonWise for 199, God, I wish I had a lot of this. Hookers and blow, titties and beer. Hell, Dragon Wise for the 199. I
just
appreciate
watched-
you, brother.
I just watched Scarface, so yeah, I finally got to see the.
It makes
epic line.
Kung Fu Fight Powder look real fucking appealing, doesn't it? It is appealing. The only problem with that is when it's not pure and when you run out. Anyway, great Deadpoolio for 2. Sup, Putex, your favorite Latinx is here. I do like that you're gender neutral in your insults. That's very kind of you.
Inclusive. So wait, so have you seen it more than Deadpoolio, I assume, at this point?
I think he's seen it like just once.
Yeah, so you're out Deadpool fan, Deadpoolio.
Yeah, but to be fair, the better comparison was if I constantly called myself the Badgerine. I only do that on Gucci's stream when I dress up. So it's all right though, because this is more of a Wolverine movie than it is a Deadpool movie. So that's all right. That's all right.
How was it the third time?
Just as good. And I actually noticed a couple things I didn't notice the first time. That is
tied.
Well, fuck you, mother half dead devil.
It's time for a gay day, guys.
It's time for a gay off.
My question, Deadpoolio also gave it a 10 out of 10. Badge says it's still a 10 out of 10 for him. Deadpoolio
for me
is
personally,
still a 10 out of 10 for you. That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah,
I assume so.
Yeah, I would never for a normal movie rating. I still if I strip away all the extra shit that makes it a 10 out of 10 for me, it's still like an 8. Like it's still better than the first 2 Deadpools, I think personally. And I do think there was a story, and I do think they both got character arcs and pathos and
a ton of gay references, right?
Bro, I don't know how I missed some of these. Like the one in the beginning in the Bible, which is the best opening of all fucking time, when he hits the femur into the guy's crotch and he goes down the shaft,
100%.
and the blood shoots out.
That's gay.
I was looking at other things, so it's a lot of the fight scenes. That is Matthew McConaughey as Cowboy fucking Deadpool.
I was gonna mention
and Kid Pool is one of Ryan and Blake's kids, Inez Reynolds.
Has she been confirmed as being Lady Deadpool?
It's in the credits. Blake Lively and Inez
Excellent.
Reynolds. Yeah, that's why I was looking at him. Bro, and obviously, we saw that it's a different dancer they got doing those specific scenes. But
wait. Blake is Lady Deadpool?
Yep.
Correct.
Blake Lively.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why that pregnancy joke that Nice Pool makes is about Blake. Because she did just have a kid, and she's in that sexy ass suit, which is already gaining a Hot Toys. Thank the fucking gods I don't have Gary and Az's and all their addictions of those fucking $2,000 things that they buy and then wait 2 years to get.
Sometimes don't.
It looked really good though. Uzi time, baby.
Well, as I said, from watching all these 80s and 90s movies, I have the check marks and whatnot, and one of them is Uzis.
Yeah.
I have.
I mean, y'all just go out on a date at this point. God damn. Take them on a good old time.
Wow.
I'm sending you the invite tomorrow. And we're gonna have
I'm shipping them. I'm shipping her when it's
Sonya on. It's gonna be very flirtatious.
I will just say that she's on set, and there's pictures of her on set, with her mask off and shit, hugging Ryan and all that. Yeah, they did a lot of that movie practical.
Yeah, there wasn't Hugh Jackman actually ripped in that scene with the no shirt. That was actually him.
He really has adamantium claws. No, he is really ripped, but all the shit in the grass with the pillars that are supposed to represent the anchor, that was all real. It was all real.
Really?
Practical shot. The skull, Scott's skull, and that whole base, that was all real. All practically shot.
Yeah,
damn, that's impressive.
Well, yeah, we talked about it earlier, and
we did. Yes.
So I'm about to share. Oh no, you're good. I was saying I'm about to.
I was trying to remember exactly which one it was. Yes, I think super impressive that they built all that, and I think it helped.
Oh, I mean that one shot, of them going through the bus, man. That's probably the thing that stuck with me possibly the most.
Oh, and I'm sorry, the soundtrack.
Oh wow.
Soundtrack is just perfection. Every moment when you're it's going to take you out of the scene because it's a trope or it's moving, boom, the soundtrack goes, come here, my darling, and fucking drags you in a beautiful way into the next scene.
Everything's better with practical effects. Look at Alien Romulus. Romulus looks amazing.
That's what fooled us about, I think, The Force Awakens, is when we saw the Deceiver JJ and Destroyer JJ. He was doing practical effects, and they were like, oh, he learned. Did you want to tease the horror that's coming up when we started some of the stories?
No, because when you try to pull that up, you're probably going to pull up Scarface. So I figured, get out of the way.
we're professionals. That's the one thing I don't like about StreamYards is sometimes it does accidentally throw up the StreamYards. You need to do better, especially for $50 a fucking month.
Well, they actually, when I signed in today, they had like a survey, take a survey. So they literally are trying to do better.
I hope you took it vigorously.
I wanted to, like, all up in there. I need 300% microphone volume.
We'll talk about it more. We'll talk about it more because I could just sit here the whole time and talk about Deadpool and how much people do not want me to be enjoying myself. I don't believe in a specific deity, but to all of them, I am so fucking grateful that just something in this sea of misery it did not make me depressed and actually brought me true joy. True joy.
But Badger, the Caped Crusader is out on Amazon Prime.
Shut up.
I see how I just killed everybody.
We're starting on like the 20th. I'll be watching that on the 20th.
What's funny is I was going to put it off until we had to cover it on Gooch's stream, but everyone was talking about it. So I watched it. We'll talk about it.
FOMO, literal FOMO.
Gooch and I have nuanced opinions, but it ain't all that.
But we're still friends.
We're still friends. Well, I think we don't disagree, unfortunately, is the thing.
Yeah.
But
God.
what everyone agrees on is this shit, which every time we think we're done, this is right before Comic-Con, right before the fan meetup. This dropped. Shout out Mr. Bug, first person that I saw with this, and CAD confirmed. And then, of course, was immediately follow-up of you get a gay pride, you get a gay, whatever. This is what they spend their time on. It's
Get
fine.
away from my butthole.
It's just funny. It's just funny. And then we got the meetup and best days ever.
Speaking of stay away from my butthole.
Best days ever. Let me tell you something about my best friends. What?
I did sneak the you and Gary picture into the thumbnail.
I saw it. It was pretty funny.
Okay, because I totally forgot last week.
No, I know. At that meetup, or rather right after, well, of course, at that meetup is where I first heard about Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom. We've had some time. Oh, shut up. We've had some time now. Everyone, what are we thinking before we go on with this and get into the maybe more nuanced of what we think is going on? Do you still think it's cheap and desperate?
I still hate it. I think I think it's key dangling. I think it's desperate. I really don't. You could have got so many other actors, and I think we named like 15 actors last Sunday, and it's just I don't know. I think it's cheap. I don't.
Even if it's the feint. Even if it's the feint.
Well, I will say, watching him reveal again when he has all the people around, I thought they were just supposed to be like acolytes or doombots or some doom cultists or something.
Acolytes.
But the idea of there being a bunch of dooms, they're going to do King Dynasty with bunches of kings. So if they do a bunch of dooms, maybe there could be some other good actors.
No, Disney's not that smart. You're giving too much credit to Disney.
This guy is giving Deadpool and Wolverine a 10 out of 10 on 3 watches. So, I mean,
that's not technically that's not Disney because Ryan Reynolds had like pretty much full control over it. And Fox still had some fingers in it. So I don't really consider that a Disney Marvel. I think that's a send off.
I will say I agree with you. I don't think they're going to be able to turn it around. No.
Yeah, they should have hired a real Latvarian.
Some occasional good stuff.
That country totally exists.
And we got some Russo brothers. They've had some bombs themselves recently, but
what's the last thing they did?
The sci-fi thing.
Because I totally stopped paying attention after they did Endgame. And
oh God, yeah.
It's a thing. It's super expensive on I think like Apple TV or some stupid.
Because obviously, by all accounts, the only RDJ's return is contingent upon them directing both movies.
Is it that the one with the female astronaut?
Well, that explains why I didn't watch it.
What color was she?
Kidding. Well, probably not. But either way,
boring as fuck. It was.
What's crazy is, we've heard that they're super not happy with like the majority of directions that they've gone with, and phase whatever the fuck it was where they had all the Disney Plus. They're not happy with the TVA or any of that stuff.
Oh,
shocker! I know.
Yeah.
Taking a shot at Marvel while they're down. What about this shit with what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis. Apologizing for saying
stupid
how she feels about something.
Yeah, that happened during Comic-Con, where someone asked what state or what phase rather the MCU is in, trying to get her to say like 2 or 3 or 4 to see if she knew, and she just said bad. Yeah, Deadpool makes the same joke in the goddamn movie that's just crossed 700 million today.
I will say I did do some research today. Speaking of not making much money at the box office, Borderlands is out next Friday, so in a week. And they do have Thursday showings, but it's not in like the RPX, which is like the real like fancy version. It's just in the standard like 2D. But they do have a Thursday release, and so I will probably go see it on Thursday.
What are your thoughts on that? What do you think the box office is going to be for Borderlands?
It's not in the RPA, it's not in the premium theater, so I'm not thinking so hot. And
Extraction. Shit, I liked Extraction 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, that's what he was talking about. Yeah, I liked Extraction 1 and 2. So yeah.
They did that. I love it too.
I even like their female characters. They're strong female characters.
Yeah.
They were going fighting against men, and they did it in a way that was believable.
Speaking of, they also had credits for everything, everywhere, all at once as well, which is also a strong woman.
That's one of my favorite. Okay, I love that movie.
I own very few Blu-rays. I own everything. Everywhere.
I still haven't seen that. That'll bake your noodle.
Real quick before what'll really bake your noodle is would it still have knocked it over if I hadn't said anything. Get a Romanian to play Doom. So we have the rumor that led into everyone guessing or someone guessing Viggo Mortensen and then getting a confirmation from that one scoop is that they're going to have someone that speaks multiple different languages to play Doom.
So then the Tony Stark business is just a member berry so that the Avengers and anyone else can see him and go, oh my God, I can't fight this person.
No. Okay. So they're the fucking circle jerk logic of it is that they can't just outright say that they're replacing Kang with like just some random Doom, and they can't just bring RDJ back as outright Iron Man because people will correctly point out that it's cheap and desperate. So the sideways to do is that we're not bringing him back for that, we're bringing him back as Doom, and he's only going to be playing Victor Von Doom, and that would be the lie, and even that is called cheap and desperate, which I assumed he would be playing a completely new character, wouldn't play a variant, which I do think that's nuanced, but
See, I said this Wednesday on Zaxx's What's Good Wednesday. This Deadpool movie, they should have made it Marvel. Deadpool kills the Marvel universe and it have Wolverine in it, and wiped the slate clean. So then you could have started all over again, and everyone would have understood. Everyone would have followed. Right?
Yeah, but they fucked up.
Ironheart and then all the Thunderbolts and all this other Captain America crap. How could I forget?
Agatha. Step Brothers was just on last night, and she's the wife in the bathroom when she's like assaulting.
I love it.
It's squishy. Catherine Hahn. The thing is, I like Catherine Hahn, but no, it's going to be a.
And when I'm walking around and I feel a little tickle, I'll just know it's you in there.
It's going to be a shit show.
Badger, can we go back to the Russo Brothers? They actually have some pretty freaking good credits. So we got Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, somehow Endgame after that. Some stuff I haven't heard of. Extraction.
21 Bridges. That was the one they did with Chadwick when he was probably like right on the edge of being able to work.
Gray Man, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Extraction 2.
Gray Man.
And then this year, The Electric State. Never even heard of it, but TV. They did Arrested Development, Community, and then I also really enjoyed Happy Endings as well. They also apparently were, I guess, Joe Russo was part of Agent Carter for an episode or something like that. But
Citadel.
The one, that's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
Sci-fi show.
It's okay. I got a couple episodes into it, but it is exactly what you think it is by looking at the cover.
Oh, they did Teddy Class. They've done some good stuff.
I've still never watched that.
They have.
And hey, I want to say that she's not just easy on the eyes; she explodes the eyes, and he's cool, and it's kind of boring. I didn't like it.
And again, they would make Robert Downey Jr. taller. He would be behind armor and CGI, and he would. I go, why do that? Well, then that's what all leads to the the theory that he is doing the demon in the armor storyline, where he's just going to be a variant until it's revealed. And then another woman saying that he's trying to stop incursions or something, which leads to how's that 7 and 7?
Cheers, everybody hydrate.
Mr. Urban.
I was waiting for my Scarface review for that. All the gangster movies, they drink Seagram's whiskey, and then when they have mixed drinks, it seems to be a 7 and 7. So I, for the first time, currently drinking an official 7 and 7.
Well, We're all going to need 7 and 7s if this is a false rumor. But, around the time of Comic-Con, we also heard that they have no plans of doing season 2 of The Acolyte, but also giving the caveat that at any moment, and I hope you know this because she's behind you and she's under your bed, at any moment, Kathleen Kennedy could decide to have a second season. And I still think she might. I think she's waiting for us to forget about it, and then she's going to pop us on the side of the head. You can't stop. They're standing on top of us while we're weak, and they're unbuckling. I'm telling you, they're going to finish the job with Plagueis.
Sweep the leg.
I said it on Film Threat when they're like, what do you think about the season, the second thing? And like at the end, I was like, oh, that wasn't a tease for the second season. That was a threat. That Plagueis in the cave, that was a promise that they'll fucking destroy the rest of it.
If we don't get a season 2, that means the ending is the good guy is just evil the whole time and goes off to be evil. If they don't get a season 2, that's the whole story. She's the worst. Oh my God.
If we never hear anything about it again, then we just know that for 80 years, Yoda and Yari-Muti are just lying pieces of shit that let the Sith be out there building their powers silently. It's great. It's great.
Ahsoka will save it all. Season 2.
Ahsoka.
No.
There's a lesbian sex joke in there.
It's going to be like Velma's second season. No one's going to watch it at all.
Oh, which I'm convinced they did. They did both of those. Like that's one season they split into 2 seasons. Velma.
Yeah, animation takes so long. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like, there's no fucking way that got a green light after the reaction.
Well, that type of animation is pretty simple. It's not
Is
exactly. Yeah, it's not exactly high-end animation. So they could you could do a whole movie and like Don Bluth could do it under 19 months. Like we just went over Titan AE and he did a whole movie under 19 months, and it was.
I saw that. Titan AE was like probably one of the reasons I love sci-fi.
Okay, hear me out. A Freaky
Please,
Friday,
you guys like it,
but
right?
Deadpool and Wolverine switched their bodies.
Okay, actually, that's kind of a movie already.
Is it
I'm
really?
Trying to think of what it's called. I want to say it's Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh no, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's
that's a good
isn't
one.
it called like The Switch or some shit like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, just because we are going over just things that happened. This came out into no surprise. I haven't even. It's Game Pass. It's for free.
On Game Pass.
I know. And
Like
what's
Evil
sad
West
is when you look at the reviews, it seems like it actually would have been fun. Of course, now not that I'm mentioning this. Don't you Ryan, Roger, or RK Outpost me. I'm just mentioning that they did notate that this was originally a white character that they got, Kim Ballard. But that aside, I think it seems like really it's just the gameplay seems unfinished. And they focused more on the colonizer narrative or some shit. Had a bunch of bugs. I don't know.
Well, some of their complaints were that it was going between like casual stuff and then like hard ass Dark Souls type stuff, and it was just like really uneven difficulties at times.
Yeah, I'd like to say that I would jump in to mess around just to see, but I'm not. What I do think is funny is I would love to get your opinions on this. Also happened. I was waiting for this one because I remember when Pete. Yeah, I remember when Peter.
I thought about pulling this tab up on one of our streams.
You've got to. We can still do it, dude. It's such a good conversation because when he fucking when he opened his dirty little mouth at Peter Dinklage and basically was like, "Nah, we got enough. We had enough roles of dwarves and magical creatures. Like, haven't I, being a drunken asshole on Game of Thrones, proven to you that the little people can have more jobs?" But then that basically translated to them not hiring little people for jobs anymore and CGIing them or changing them to some weird shit. They're doing live action Titan AE?
No, if it is, oh my god, yes. But if not,
it was supposed to be a live action, and then they made it into an animation. I don't know if they are going to make a live action now.
Let's do an anime, and then maybe they can do live action after that. Let's do an anime Titan AE.
Yeah, because I have that movie I have issues with, but I don't want to get in. I won't get into it.
He's a Mechnik. He's the original Mechnik. Fuck OSHA.
This little turd,
True.
Peter Dinklage, he's a fucking.
Well, the end result of that is her and a lot of other actors that were already greenlit to be, little people in Time Bandits got all fired because they went a different way, and they went a different way because of that dude's comments. And that's what happens when that's why the ableism jokes were so funny in the fucking Deadpool. It's like, yeah, that's what they're all afraid of.
No.
Yeah,
Bro,
you're
no
taking
one
away
thought that the
jobs. You're
dwarves
taking
were-
away jobs from people, and that's where I have an issue. Like,
Yes.
He pulled the ladder up behind him, the adorable tiny little
Literally.
ladder up behind him.
yeah.
I said, we're
'Cause
almost
he-
at 48 people. We are almost about to hit 50 for Inside the Badger Den.
Friday.
Please
It's
like
almost
this
like
stream.
it's almost
Please
like
this
the
stream.
little people are like in Highlander. There can only be one.
Oh, speaking of
Peter
the little
Dinklage
people,
right now.
here's Mo Zamboni. Here he comes to you. He asks you where the rainbow is, and he shoots his gold out over you. Easier to list times when Nerd Wars and Badger don't
Scoob-
stream.
No kidding.
I thought about telling you this. Scooby Pup asked for our schedule, and when I wrote it out, it's like a full paragraph.
I
I'm gonna
feel
be
oddly
honest.
accurately attacked.
I told my daughter earlier, Badger had called me on the phone, and I was like, "You answer. I don't care what you're doing. You answer the phone, because you never know. I gotta look
Yeah.
on YouTube to make sure that I can call him sometimes."
I mean, look, I like streaming with Erwin. I'm sorry.
It's because I'm
And I
so
like
hot.
streaming with all of you guys.
It's
I'm the champion
Suri.
waifu. That's why.
Suri. And then when you get to stream with people like Mo Zamboni and Gooch over here,
I
and
don't
that
blame you.
goddamn fully transitioned Leona,
No,
and of
you-
course, head gay Hypnotic, the times that I do get to spin with Hypnotic. I mean, whoa.
You have
What?
definitely
What are you
found a
disavowing?
good circle
No,
of
I'm-
people.
Yeah.
Are any of those people you listed besides me the current waifu champion? I think not.
No, I stand corrected. Love you guys. LNG on Wednesday was hella fun. Oh, yeah, late and gay.
It
Yeah.
That
It
was
was.
so good. I really enjoyed
was.
myself. I'm
Oh,
snipping.
I watched some of that. That was good.
Did you? Did you
Yeah.
see good people? Saw the shout out on Geeks and Gamers in the morning. Someone sent in a super chat about us. It pronounced it NW and Badger like they didn't know who you were, and I don't appreciate that. Everyone knows that NW is Nerd
Disavow.
Wars.
I disavow Geeks and Gamers.
Shout out to the 199. Oh,
7 and
God.
7 is my new best friend.
Thank you. I know you like 7 and 7, and I know you like
I'm
199. I know you like Badger Den, and I know you all fucking hate Rings of Power. I can't wait to see how bad this is.
I think they should replace him with Joe Pesci, and then he goes too far and gets killed at the end.
This is well over 150,000. Like it got properly ratioed, and yet they're still going forward with
It's
it.
like a double. It double like dislikes to likes, isn't it? Around there?
It's got to be thirded.
Oh wait, it's probably even more
I'm
now. Yeah, I
mathing.
think last time you pulled it up, it was
Yeah.
double the dislikes.
No, and that was no. It's just it's impressive. I'm wondering. Oh,
Actually, I'm gonna pull
Scooby.
that up. I want to know.
Yeah, go ahead and see what it's the
Oh.
SDCC one.
Well, I to send that stupid mixer to me, I had to get Prime, and I've been watching. I wanted to watch because my buddy's got Prime. I was gonna watch season 1 with him, and I watched the first episode, and that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I haven't been able to bring myself to do episode 2. But now that I have Prime, I'm just gonna put it on while I edit, so I can just kind of watch it because I don't.
20 minutes.
I didn't
20
know if I was
minutes,
gonna
and I
make it.
turned it off. I couldn't.
That's
do
how.
It.
That's how I'm gonna watch Cape Crusader. I think.
Hold on.
Wait. Holy.
First.
Wait. Holy.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
John,
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
I was just looking at that. I was like, oh,
I'm not apologizing for anything. John, are you a dwarf? Because if so, I have very specific questions for you. 2, we do talk, and yes, a lot of us believe he did this so others won't take roles from. He's the fucking golden child. Him and Warwick, who also okay, I see where you're going with this. Him,
Angry
2 of the
Elf.
most famous dwarfs in the world. Peter screwed Minnie out of jobs. The fucking
Yeah.
he did. That was the point.
For
Bro.
years.
Okay,
they're trying to monopolize the acting
Because I
market
remember-
for little people.
Okay. Do you ever get offended or
Easy
think
Rod.
that well, I'm on his side. When you say easy rod, stop that. It's easy. The opposite of easy rod is what gets the super chats. Do you get offended anytime you see dwarves or any sort of magical creatures and then people on your behalf get offended? And then, yeah, well, I guess you answered the other part is that, yeah, Peter, they talk and think that Peter did it on purpose because they're taking his gerbs. And he's the only dwarf that gets to. Oh, yeah, he's a dwarf. Do you prefer
Typecast.
dwarf or little person?
I just want to point out we have like dwarf trans gay chat on our tiny little
super
chat.
inclusive.
Bigots.
We're super fucking
It's
inclusive.
insane how inclusive we are. Holy crap.
We got that other type of diversity too, that
Also,
diversity of thought that
that's
they
why
really don't like.
That's why I put my dwarf cosplay on so that way John could feel represented because it's very important to be represented on Inside the Badger Den.
That's what I would think, that it's fucking funny. Shout out, John. You gotta have a sense of humor if you're fucking getting ahead in this life, because
Have you guys ever seen An Idiot Abroad?
Yes.
No. Oh yes.
Yes.
That's good. Well, they did
Carl.
one. Yeah, he did one like around the world or some crap with Warwick Davis. That one was also really good.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Rat, I'm thinking Mickey in Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Warwick, Peter. There's not many notable, like, do you prefer notable person, dwarf? I always wondered what the semantical difference. I know one is actual dwarfism, but that's the point is there's a difference between dwarfism.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole thing, but then some don't mind, and then some go, "How dare you call me a dwarf? I'm
it's like calling a Puerto Rican, a Mexican, or a Cuban."
Yeah, I used to get upset about that when someone would call me a Mexican or Cuban. I'm like, "Excuse me, Boricua."
What if you were a dwarf and they called you a hobbit? So when I was young, I was at the library, and I loved Fellowship of the Ring, and it was when it was really popular. And there was a guy dressed in some like Hobbit style like clothes, and there just happened to be a dwarf there just waiting to check out his books, and the guy started talking about telling him he was like a hobbit and stuff. And the dwarf guy was just really nice about it, of course, because he probably has to deal with that sort of crap all the time, and that's just something that stuck with me. But it's so funny seeing a tall ass, and he was tall as fuck too, wearing some hobbit stuff, talking to a dwarf, telling him he was a hobbit.
Stolen valor. That's fucking stolen valor is what that is. This is interesting though, the way that like Warwick, there's this whole I don't know if this is like a theory or this is that Warwick started the Little People's Actors Guild and then was accused of using it to give himself the high paying jobs.
Whoops.
Of course. That doesn't surprise me.
No, not only did I start it, I'm also a member.
I mean that, by the way,
the hair club joke for you.
The original, people. I know. I'm just thinking like the original, like people got jobs and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, no, obviously, Wizard of Oz.
Hey, like,
damn! Right before I got
roles, like Snow White, like dwarves and stuff like that. In that roles where you're not just like a circus freak or something, have like good legitimate roles. That's got to be so rare for them. And then just like screw you, we got
so Peter Dinklage getting that role is great, but then why the fuck would you pull the thing? You still need all the other roles. The Real Radical Reggie for $4.99 for $5. To see how bad Flintlock is, Vera Dark, best streamer reviewer, Sam. Streamed the game to end, roasted it the entire time, and gave it a 2 out of 10. Jesus. What was the 1 point? What was the one extra?
That's why I gave the Marvels and Madam Web, like them fighting words.
Maybe she had a
points just for loading the game.
Yeah, I would say maybe she had a modicum of fun.
Right. Maybe it made money on the stream, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Acolyte, I gave a 3 out of 10. Honestly, I think in my heart it's really 2.5 out of 10.
Oh man,
that ending made me so angry.
I don't know if I actually really have tried to accurately rate the Acolyte.
No, I don't.
You don't rate at the quality of it. You rate the amount of psychic damage it does to you.
You don't rate a car crash. You just be thankful that it's over and no one died.
Yeah, we were like rubbernecking the Acolyte.
A lot of people I know are saying he could. Wanted to make a little community joke. I'm sorry. A lot of people I know are saying he complained about Snow White because he wasn't offered. That's so fucked up. If that is true, what did he want to be the head dwarf? But like that movie's gonna make a bunch of money.
His next
it's not. No,
he cost too much for what they wanted to spend. Yeah, well, that would make sense because he's Mr. Fucking.
And his contract, they would have like done the Oompa Loompa thing. There's one guy, and then they clone him over in post.
And they've redone it.
Eddie Murphy did, and he plays all the seven dwarves.
Yeah, and they've redone it. I think they got rid of the magical people, and they're putting CG dwarves in there now. And
great,
that's crazy.
I've been watching a lot of like gangster movies, so when I see that sort of stuff, it's like, yeah, he's literally just doing like protection racket, like strong arm and stuff, but like DEI style.
But with that, Gooch, if that's true, that means that they would rather still not give the jobs to little people and make CGI characters instead.
And it's funny is he was drunk. He is angry. He was drunk and angry, and he's like, bro, what the fuck are you resentful for? You got the golden ticket. You literally got the best role in all of Game of Thrones.
He's had he's had tons of roles in the last 20 years. He was an elf. He's in he's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love you referencing that. Like that's where the resentment comes from, right?
I love that down scene.
No, but that's my point. No matter how good it is, right? It's like that would be probably the resentment. But like, bro, you should just be happy you're there.
That's when we hit 50 on a Friday. Let's fucking
Shout out everyone talking shit about
Yo.
Peter Dinklage.
I'll say Game of Thrones. I was like, no, I'm good.
All
Didn't
right.
interest me. House of the Dragon. I'm like, oh, okay. The only reason I would watch Game of Thrones is Peter Dinklage is what Tyrion.
We could talk
And,
about Seinfeld all day, baby.
I would say shout out to Mark the Cyborg, X-Ray Girl's husband, who fucking on open bar when they showed the Rainbow Stormtrooper, and I was like, oh, that's the ultimate. He doesn't want to wear the ribbon. He got the joke. No one else got it, but Mark did. You could tell the real ones. Watch Seinfeld if you haven't.
Honestly, I'm hoping Tomac tells me I have to watch Seinfeld someday.
I'm hoping he tells you, well, no, because then you might rip it apart.
You never
Oh,
seen
see, that's-
Seinfeld?
No, and I'm a comedy guy. TV's like sitcom comedies. That's my jam.
God.
I know. Well, I've seen it here and there, but it's like, I was younger. I didn't quite get the humor and whatnot, so I just never got
Okay,
around
fair.
to it really.
That's fair.
Once I
That's
got
fair.
older. But like Community,
yeah.
Arrested Development, Modern Family. I mean, I watched me plenty of good comedy.
Remember when Dinklage was the voice of the fucking bot in Destiny, and then he sucked and they replaced him?
Don't get me started.
When I first started, remember Rat? He was the.
Yeah.
Well,
It was like, oh, they got the Game of Thrones guy.
You're a silent protagonist, so he's basically like the voice of the main character.
Right.
Oh, I'm so tired of that. Well, let's get this over with, because we did get the Cavalrine, whatever the fuck. Now it's basically, the rumor is that because of all the changes in lore that were done specifically because Amazon wanted beefy bitches in power armor, and they said, no, we can't give you Space Marines, female Space Marines, so they settled on Custodes. Also, why they did that lore change but weren't giving out miniatures. It's a fucking miniature game primarily, so why would you do that without giving out the thing that's the point of your existence? So that when Henry goes, but it's not in the lore, they can say, yes, it is. Alec, the real Alec Baldwin's finger, and I always know because he was already on the other account. Shout out. Alec Baldwin's finger for 20.
And you know what? With 50 people here, this has to be hitting new people.
Ferret on the rocks.
I saw
approve of
that.
that name. Cypher. That's a dirty Cypherite. He's a traitor to the Matrix.
Dr. Sus.
Richie. Yeah, I like all of it. Yeah, you say the names. You say the names. Dr. Sus.
It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs.
Yeah, Joe's here. Hail, homie.
Bro, Joe, that's what I was saying. He can't catch a break because he got screwed over in The Witcher. Then he got screwed over with Superman. After they told him to announce his return, that he was finally going to get to play a hopeful Superman. And even the people that didn't like Snyder but liked him as Superman. Yeah. By the way, I realized I also saw Man of Steel in this theater 3 times.
Oh, nice. I got my buddy out to the theaters to watch that because he's a big like Smallville and Superman fan.
I saw Gooch bite his fucking lower lip when I said that.
Yeah, I did.
Only because obviously the previous one was Returns, right? Where it's like, I loved Returns, but it was like nothing really happened. He didn't actually fight anyone except the fucking rock at the end, which is great. And a lot of good moments, but I was ready for some fight scenes. So we got all that. And yes, I remember when he broke Slod's neck, I was like, oh, Superman does it. But I had to see it again.
You know what it is? It's the villains they can't do right for Superman. They can never get that right.
I love Zod, so I love his wrestler. I will find him. And the Codex and his, I know. Look at you. I've never seen you.
Do you think it looks like they're doing Brainiac for James Gunn? Do you think they'll be able to do Brainiac well?
Oh God.
I'll still love it for what it was.
How do you feel if I tell you that I've seen less Superman movies than you would be proud of?
I knew I loved Joe.
I put Superman 1 and 2 on my list. I want to watch
Gooch. You're not escaping. I will at some point pin you down and love on you, and then get you to tell me all of your problems with Man of Steel.
The fighting
it's gonna be a long stream, probably.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very, very long stream.
All right.
The fight in the town, I really do enjoy. There are some other issues, but
that was a good line.
I do really enjoy that fight.
I know. See, I maintain if this movie had been made by anyone but Snyder, probably wouldn't have the vitriol towards it.
And there's like no
Gatekeeper. There he is.
Homie.
By the way, Gatekeeper, I hope you know that my mom texted me to be like, Gatekeeper just text Gooch or just super chatted Gooch and gave you a shout out. I'm like, that sweet, beautiful man. May he be safe on these demon roads.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
50.
Gatekeeper. We got to do it like Beardo.
I'm not screaming. My dog will attack everybody in the room.
I'll do it for you. It's fine. That's as much as we'd all like to see that. You know, I had to stop by and show you some love, my guy. Sup, Gooch,
Yeah.
Irwin, and Rat-a-tat-tat.
What up?
On a 34-hour break, so I'll probably game a little and check out some anime.
Oh,
Shout out Scooby
God.
Pup, Mama
Hell
Bang, Gothics, Epic Mike, and of course Gary.
I
God,
would
do you
know-
give good super chat?
Okay,
What are you-
Gatekeeper, what are you playing and what
Yeah,
are you
what are you
reading,
playing?
right?
What are you-
Thank
what-
you,
yeah,
my
what are you
man.
playing? What you
I was
watching?
gonna
Read the
say
Come on.
nipples. Tell us what you're playing, bro.
Let's
Yes.
go. Say it slowly.
And what anime? Yeah.
I am playing Evil West and watching Kill La Kill. Anyone else have an answer for game and anime?
and not to stereotype, but I do
love
imagine
Kill la Kill.
he has a
Oh.
velvety, smooth voice,
I'm digging.
deep mahogany.
Oh,
when he's
yeah.
telling like Morgan Freeman level.
Yeah, I mean, black voice actors are the best voice actors. It's just not fair. Black
Oh,
men
well,
are
yeah, I mean,
overpowered.
Phil Lamar. Phil
Oh,
Lamar. This
yeah.
is the other reason why you can't do that dumb shit of you have to be the skin color of the voice
No.
that you're doing, because then
Keith David?
you basically have a bunch of them. Yeah. No. Let people cook with their voice acting. These
Learn so
fucking
much.
Tipples thing. I have avoided all things Boogie or whatever.
Tipples?
It's the I do have to watch Danky's video because apparently he animated it. Maybe
Oh,
we'll
yes.
watch that at the end. But it's
No,
it's
thank
a
you.
it's
Really?
a Boogie thing.
Yeah. Mods, could you drop a link to
Yeah,
1-800
drop the link.
Yankees
I'll
latest
catch
video,
it.
please and thank you.
Yeah, because other than that, I try to stay away from this internet shit. And oh yeah, things
no,
y'all should stay away from.
Mahler did about what, like 6 or 7 hours on.
I don't know how they do it, dude.
Darth Boogie the Wide or something like that.
Oh, good. It's mercifully short. Good. All right. Speaking of mercifully short, their employment here hopefully is mercifully quick. So yeah,
BRB.
layoffs. Go ahead. You do that. 7-7 again?
Yeah, because I'm a gangster. Oh yeah. Also, we have
Give-
Scarface. Whenever you wanna, if you wanna kind of not do
I'm-
another tab, we'll do some
I'm
Scarface.
ready.
Let me know.
I'm ready. This guy. 7-7. I'm gonna do a 12 and a 12. Rebel Moon is not my Star Wars. Or Rebel Moon is my Star Wars. Yeah. All right. How's that working out? I know you're kidding, but director's cut. The fuck did he? No, my camera's fine. What you talking about? Cavill was the only Wolverine variant not played by Jackman. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. How sick was that John Byrne outfit though? Oh,
Beautiful. Even
Oh,
again, it
God.
looked better, and people like started clapping. Every time people have reacted to almost
Yeah.
the same things.
the shout out to John Byrne. I was just like, hell yeah. It looks so good. The brown and
and-
yellow, the mustard yellow. Oh,
I would not mind a Hulk Wolverine movie.
I've
Let's
been wanting
go.
that for so long. That Weapon X. The animated version is fantastic. If they could take that and make that into a live action, that'd be unreal.
Yeah, but you know what they would do to it.
Yes, I know.
No,
they
I
will.
don't anymore because who knows? Who knows? Maybe they learned. I don't know, but probably. I gotta have a little bit of hope sometime, right, to stave off the poison and the cancer. Hello,
No,
I can
that's
still
fruit.
save her. 700 million worldwide.
Is that her O face?
That's her badger face. Yes, 96, still in 96. So
It'll pass 1 billion this weekend, eh?
Yeah,
you think?
it's
Yeah.
a fresh weekend. People who couldn't see it already. Yeah,
Did Goose just say A? Did he just drop a Canadian A?
Sorry,
Eh?
Did I hear that? Okay.
Eh?
Just wanted to
put a
know.
dollar in the bin, eh?
sorry about that.
Actually, Gooch, I've been waiting to stream with you because I have some comic book things I want to bring up shortly. I'm collecting the evidence right now, and I will be with you in a moment.
Okay.
By the way,
Give me them up. and
fucking
give it to me wet.
Sammy called her chemo mommy, and I've never been the same.
Well, also,
Cassandra Nova.
This is, I mean, it's Friday night. It's Badger After Dark. This is a good moment. Smash or pass with Cassandra Nova. Smash or pass? I am going with pass.
Me too. I pass.
Oh, well, I know a rat's not passing. Rat ain't passing.
I'm sorry.
On nothing.
I wasn't paying attention. I swear to God. What
Yeah.
are we passing? No passing?
Cassandra Nova, chemo mommy.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not
Yeah.
passing.
It's a smash. Deadpoolio. I need to know Deadpoolio's answer.
Oh, trust me, he's smashing. He's smashing.
I will let her put her fingers all up in my brain and fix things. Let her
By
fix
the
me.
way-
Stop trying to fix her.
Thank you, Andrew. I knew you were someone of quality. I'd give her one. Yeah, I'd give her one time. Let her know we're pigs. I know.
Maybe
Isn't
we
it disgusting? How do you ladies live with us?
They don't.
Speaking of Smash, Gina, amongst many others, also would J.K. Rowling, and then no, I wouldn't with the matter how rich he is. But yeah, everyone basically condemned that fun little opening that totally wasn't condemning the Last Supper, totally wasn't making fun of it. What, you think I should with Elon Musk?
No, just Joe's comment.
Oh, what did Joe say? Peanuts or walnuts?
Wait, what am I hearing right now? What's Joe going on about?
You have to read the chat, my brother. Badger, the cassette. Yeah.
Well, five sponsors I've pulled out from the Olympics now, and I think there's more that are pulling out because of everything that's happening.
BG3 and practicing Judy in SF6.
Street Fighter 6 and what? Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, that one's like a 100-hour game.
I parry everything. Blades of the Guardians and Wistoria. Wand and Sword. That sounds fun.
Gatekeeper sounds like a man of culture for sure.
For sure.
100%. Definitely not a troglodyte.
You got my vote.
No Philistine.
Oh, does it look like here? I'll
Hail Shadows. Oh, thank God. I haven't been missing it, but you've been freezing a bunch. I just assumed it was my internet being crap, but no one else has been freezing.
Mine usually sucks, so I assume it was always like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. No. It doesn't look like it's freezing to me. That's weird. Yeah.
It was that way when I came in. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, my crap internet never froze for me. Like, because that I never knew if I was freezing or not. That it's literally like it's torture. Not knowing if you're freezing or not.
Yeah, why didn't you say something early? My bad. I guess you didn't know. Let me know if it does it again.
I guess my internet was being crap for reasons.
I didn't see. Did you catch that?
Pop out and back in for a minute. No, here. Great Deadpool for 5. Badger, give me my mop. It's time for Chemo Mommy Loving. Since you didn't see it the first time, Erwin. Yes. Chemo Mommy Loving. Yes.
I'm always listening. But yeah, I watched Scarface, so ladies watch out. Scooby Pup? Yeah, Scooby Pup's still there.
Did we hit the same thing?
I don't know. Yeah, no, this one came out today. I'm doing a video on it for tomorrow, but I want to mention it just because it's something that we've already talked about a little bit. But is Marvel course correcting? Is Marvel?
No.
I saw this one. I thought, good, this is something new. It's just Chris Gore's. It's just the shit that Chris has already said on Open Bar. But he's
friend of the channel, Chris Gore.
Friend of the channel, Chris Gore. Correct. No, he's heard that multiple producers and writers have been fired.
You could tell people a lot of things. You could say you had a meal with Chris Gore. You shared drinks. That's a wild one. That was a fun night.
Tuesdays with Badger.
I mean, it was water, but yes, that does count. Well, let's hope it ends a lot better than Tuesday with Maury does. Jesus Christ.
When is this?
The one who's gonna die.
When is this going to be corrected?
3 years?
Someone explain this to me.
This many?
If they have money still to do this, because
they have to win us over with Secret Wars because they're going to do some sort of a reset, and then they have to win us over with the casting, and then they have to win us over with the actual movies. And it's so many years. Good luck. I want good things. I want good movies. Please.
But we already know what they've already come out and said what they're doing for Secret Wars. It's going to be with the newer version of Secret Wars, which is the crappy shit that they've been putting out there. So like
all the stuff that they keep canceling.
Those who haven't seen, let's see who's at the middle of this cover. Let's see. Can you guys see?
Is that the failed Captain Marvel?
It's Captain Marvel. And
hey, look, Miles Morales.
The main one at the bottom, Miles Morales. Yay, guys. Yay.
My point exactly.
No. Dislike.
I stole everything. This is my chance to do the comic book. So, Gooch, I need your thoughts. I bought some of the crises, and they're on my list. Nice. Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is the Crisis, and then I got Infinite Crisis, and then I got Final Crisis. Are there any other crises worth the darn? Any thoughts on these three?
Those three are pretty cool. Definitely, it's a different take. You'll probably like a lot that goes on with that. And then, because I don't want to say too much, I don't think there is anything else that I can think of. There might be.
That was weird.
There might be one more.
Yeah. I was told Identity Crisis was crap. That's when I saw.
That one's crap. And I think there was one more, but it's not. It's not very good either.
All right. Then one I think everyone is going to like, Justice, and the art is Alex Ross. Oh my God. I'm going to open any page and it's going to blow your mind.
Oh my God.
Shut the front door. Friend of the channel, Chris Gore.
Can't hear a thing you're saying because I'm at a loud strip
That's
club. It looks like a
hilarious.
fucking conversation. It is. It is. And Chris, I did not send the stream. I did not send the invite for that exact reason. I figured you were out. Yeah. Shout out. It is fun. You are always welcome. I hope you are having fun.
Wait, a funny conversation?
Have
Chris
fun,
Gore.
bud. Yes. Because if you can't actually hear us.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Gore.
How much percentage of your skin is the glitter covering right now?
Oh my God. What variation of perfume do you smell like?
I know. I had some amazing Alex Ross art to show off, and now we got Chris Gore strip clubs.
Is he in Sniffer's Row or is he sitting in a
Hell,
booth?
Frank. Did we summon him? We mentioned his rumor and he appeared.
The power of one, the power of two,
Chris,
the power
of many. Yeah, no, you never know. You never know who's watching. I guess is what really is. Oh, hold on.
He better not be at the Spearmint right now. I'll tell you that much.
You know what's funny is I almost reset too. I have no idea what's going up with my FiOS internet, but yeah. Thank God I didn't leave at that moment. Mo Zamboni for 2. The man who had a stroke. Enjoying a stroke. Yes. And
wait, I have a money gun for Chris Gore at the strip club. How appropriate is that?
I'm soaking wet. I'm touching myself tonight. Yeah, no, 100%. That's a great Deadpool. So many good ones. Yeah, hey, maybe we'll get a Friday or maybe even a Saturday. Who knows? With the great Chris. Because that's the thing, though. I feel bad when you stream all the time. Well, except for I don't feel bad inviting Gooch because it's just like bullshit and hanging out with the homies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of gatekeepers still here.
Shout out.
All the homies. John here, who we just found out is a dwarf. Our chat is the most diverse chat. We got Chris Gore, who's gay in chat.
All the colors.
I mean, first, you get in line, John, because she's married and has a kid, but sure, I'll still help you out. Let me see what I can do. What's he waiting for? A lot of new seasons on things. I finished trying to get back into reading anime because I'd never watched them hardly once. I wait for seasons 2 before.
Yeah,
I hate that cliffhanger. I've been hurt before, where like you get there and it's like, oh yeah, it's never coming back. You're never getting that episode again. So it's like, oh, John Doe.
The Acolyte. If we don't get a season 2, it just ends with her turning evil.
I'm all right with that.
It went from John Doe to Prison Break, and you're like, what happened?
Let's cleanse. How was Scarface? Let's talk about cocaine.
I was literally going to mention that. All right, so
in Minecraft,
okay, I've had some 7 and 7s because I'm a gangster. And that's apparently what the gangsters drink. And then if you have Joe Pesci, he's going to go too far. He's 5'2", and he's going to beat the snot out of everybody, and then he's going to get killed at the end because he goes too far. But he's not in Scarface. If he were, that's exactly what would have happened, apparently.
Just real quick, I'll have you know, John, that Chris is staunchly heterosexual because if he's gay and he didn't hit on me, I am fucking offended. That being said, no, he's got kids and shit. The real way. And if he is at a gay club, it's because he gets free drinks and he's just being economical.
Gary's trolling did make me believe for a short time that Chris was gay.
That's just living in Hollywood, man. Wrong with that. That's just living in Hollywood, man. No, shout out.
Chris Gore is California straight.
Yeah.
And okay, so Scarface. So we got that. So from 8 to 9, we got Scarface at a super solid 8. Honestly, I want to put a little bit higher, but then at 8.5, we've got, what was it? Casino. And then at 8.75, I had to start doing quarter points for Godfather Part 1. And then at 9, we have Goodfellas.
We're just gonna keep this up. This fucking Chris Gore gave me a super chat.
Acceptable? I know.
Jesus Christ! Sorry, I'm losing my shit.
Did you watch The Godfather?
Did you? Yeah. He did. You can talk to him about it.
Can we make gangster movies that are like 2 hours, 15 minutes instead of 3 hours? Please, freaking God.
How about we make gangster movies again?
Just make.
What did you give The Godfather?
That one 8.75. I had to make up I had to start doing quarter points to accurately score The Godfather, which was amazing. I watched it and there were so many moments where I thought Michael Corleone. I was like, man, there's some serious Al Pacino vibes coming from him. And then the next day, Badger had to inform me of something.
Yeah, see, Gary is not allowed to call anyone gay. That when he got out of prison, he moved when his hair was green. He moved to San Francisco with his hairdresser wife named Mel. Yes,
Accurate, B man.
no stones are allowed to be thrown in that glass
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Shout out to Gary. If he super chats me, I'll fucking die. Sorry, Jay Goodwood.
I haven't seen
Velocipaster.
Velocipaster. I have seen the
God.
the B movie with the Yahtzees on the moon. I have seen that one.
Because he super chatted. I do know that Chris Gore would tell everyone to watch The Coffee Table. I have no idea what this movie is or if it's a troll, but he keeps fucking telling people to watch it. So there you go, Chris. The Coffee Table. It's probably a troll. It's probably like that movie Tire. Remember the tire that was like psychonetically could kill people?
Yeah.
Chris likes fun things.
Pardon me?
The Irishman. Did you try that? Gooch, did you watch The Irishman?
Yeah.
How was that? Should I try to watch that again? I think I got halfway through.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it because there's some really good acting there, but it's the pacing's off in that movie.
I saw The Departed way back in the day. I enjoyed The Departed.
Departed's
What would
good.
you say that
That's
compared
good.
to Irishman? Which one would you like more?
I would say The
Departed's way
Departed's better. Yeah.
Both Scorsese, correct?
Yes.
Different times in their career.
Yes, eh?
No.
I love
He's
you, dude.
playing
That was
it
forced.
up.
That was
Dude,
forced.
Playing it up. He forced it.
I
That's
thought
all
you
right. I
people
like
were like always telling the truth.
it. You people.
Well,
Yeah.
I would say these
An
What are
gangster,
you
eternity.
calling you people?
You beautiful bastards.
these gangster movies are very obsessed with like where you're coming from and slurring you accurately for where you came from. Also, I'm bringing sleazeballs back, and I got some photos to show off because we need to talk more about Scarface. Also, like this guy, is he the one who got shot in the head? Is this the same actor that gets shot in the head with no women, no kids, no children?
Isn't that the Terminator? He's going for Sarah Connor.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! I told my buddy, I was like, "Is that Latino Terminator?" So I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Sarah Lopez.
Ven pa acá.
So Al Pacino, this or Heat? What do you think is a better performance? His accent is amazing.
Oh,
my
Heat.
god!
Oh my god. Yeah.
I still think Heat's better. I love his.
Heat is my answer. Heat, I'm like 9, and honestly, if I watch it again, it's gonna be 9.5 for me.
Another Quaalude. Shalom
Shit.
in the morning.
Oh, dude, the best
She'll
part
be
of this
back.
movie is that scene by the pool. He tells the kid, he's like, "Hey, you want to see something funny? Coño, you look like a lizard."
The shower scene with
Yeah.
the chainsaw.
Oh my
that-
god.
I had seen that one for clips and stuff, so I knew
Yeah.
that was coming. That was
Yeah.
actually the clip that made me think, oh wow, I actually need to watch Scarface. It's not just some like rappers like it movie. It's actually a genuinely good movie.
That came out what, 83, 82?
Yeah, it's somewhere
Yeah.
around there. Yeah, 83. Yep.
Yeah.
And Pacino
Still holds up.
just tears it up. But him versus Heat though, I think I got to go with the Heat. But so
Heat?
many good scenes, it's hard to mention.
Goodfellas, Casino, Scarface. What was your favorite? What'd you enjoy the most? Like
For
your
me,
time with?
Goodfellas. That's why I said 8
Goodfellas?
to 9. Goodfellas just wins by like the tiniest bit because Ray Liotta just tore it up. Plus you got
Yeah.
the De Niro and Pesci as well. Which Pesci in that and Casino is the exact same character and story arc, right? I will say now, women also watching Casino and then watching this is Sharon Stone and her reminded me of the exact same character as well.
You could watch Once Upon a Time in America is another good one. It's a gangster movie.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch. I think Unforgiven's probably the next one. My buddy really wants to watch American Gangster. Get some Denzel in my life. I support that.
That's good. Actually, I got a movie for you. When I finished, I know we haven't talked about Cape Crusader much, but when I finished it, I guess they wanted to give me like a palate cleanser, and they said, "How about Stay Tuned?" Have you ever seen the movie Stay Tuned with John Ritter?
No, but 9.5 weeks with Michelle Pfeiffer.
All right, hear me out. A
Kim
husband and
Basinger,
wife,
Jesus Christ.
Kim
a
Basinger,
husband
yeah.
and wife are sucked
I
into a
used to
hellish
confuse them a
TV
lot.
set and must survive the gauntlet of twisted versions of shows in which they find themselves.
Yeah.
It's got the principal from Ferris Bueller. It's a pretty damn good watch. It's one of those like cheesy 90s. It's PG, but an hour and a half.
That's the chick from Mork and Mindy.
That is Mork and Mindy. Yeah.
So that was the take I think I heard that actually offended me. It was, I forgot who it was that were like, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman is better than Heath Ledger's Joker or some shit like that. And like they just threw it out. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I got punched in the face. Like, you ever just someone says an opinion so fucking like unasked for that it is almost a verbal assault?
I say Michelle Pfeiffer pulls off like the perfect crazy cat lady, Catwoman.
Oh, I love Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, but it's like there's no relation towards the actual Catwoman in the comics and that character, and yet she's loved. It's a very interesting case. Very interesting. Yes. She's literally brought back to life by fucking cats. It does not happen ever in the.
Speaking of
she's loved.
That's 3.
Too. When he kills his like best friend, brother, or partner guy, and he's like, why did I do that? Why did you? And all the times before when he'd see other dudes with his sister, the music would just suddenly change and would get all evil and do like the zoom on him and stuff, and you just knew something was coming. And the way that he takes it, you think maybe it's like a punch when he goes like that, but then he drops and you see the gun and the sister's all running down, screaming, all like boobs about to come out.
Quick question. How much yayo do you think Oliver Stone was doing for this movie?
Hopefully the right amount.
The writer. Not the director, but the writer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And yeah, if I did a poll right now, it would really be between Anne Hathaway and fucking Michelle Pfeiffer, and I think everyone would probably pick for the most part.
Halle Berry
would pick. No, I love Halle. She does not get a fucking part in this.
Oh my god, did you see she's in a new Netflix movie with the Mark Wahlberg?
No, but I saw her. She was just talking about Catwoman and like the litany of fucking rules they had, and they couldn't mention Batman, and they couldn't mention like, bro, why make it? It was one of those things of like trying to get all the riz of fucking Catwoman, Batman, without any of the actual stuff of it.
It was like Madam Web before Madam Web.
Yeah, I do like Anne Hathaway though. That is like more of like an Earth One Catwoman.
Why do people like her? I'm just
like as Catwoman or in general?
In general, yeah.
In general, because she's
cute.
She's
an actress and she's attractive. I mean, she does a good job in her roles. I feel
good actress. Yeah, I don't think she's what. Well, you have a thing against Anne Hathaway? That's all right.
No, I don't have a thing against her. I don't think she's the most attractive.
Okay, but as the Catwoman situation goes, then where do you lie?
No,
I'll pull her up.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. That's
okay.
Well, we are talking about Batman. It's the last thing before we raid Leon in like 10 or 15 minutes. Cape Crusader came out.
Go
ahead.
Finish a quick Scarface. I just want to bring up the scene where you know he's done, where he's like, I don't need my brother or whatever, and he's like, I don't need my woman, I just need myself, and you know he's done. And there were some slow zooms that were really terrible, but the slow zoom of just showing the giant bathtub and whatnot was so good. So many slow zooms were terrible, but many of them were so fucking good. And also what Brian De Palma, I want to bring him up because what he did of the original Mission Impossible, Snake Eyes and some other stuff, but I want to know Carlito's Way.
Great movie.
By the way, Gucci's the fucking Canadian, and I'm the one that likes everyone. What is going on? Because I like the Catwoman from the Batman. I like what Anne offered from it.
You're the angry one.
What the fuck? What do we? I gotta change my name to the fucking Agreeable Badger or some shit like this. I don't know what's happening. I'm losing my edge.
Yeah. Yeah, what's going on?
Because I admit that like the Nolan verse isn't it's a bad Batman. It's a good movie series, but it's a bad Batman. Like Batman doesn't have bad knees and whatever the fuck. But for the Catwoman in that universe, I like it. But yeah, I like Anne Hathaway. So if you don't like Anne Hathaway, it's going to be a hard ask to like the character she plays. I understand. Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, of those three, aren't the white people look the same to me? Are the middle and the left one are the same or different? Either way,
Eartha Kitt and the right, and
which will always be used to be like Catwoman's black, Eartha Kitt.
It's been a thing.
Yeah, honestly, as far as pure personality, I would take Michelle Pfeiffer personality. Like,
you seen that video with the whip? You see,
she really did the shit. Yeah. She really did whip all the. Yeah, no. But then, as far as like what's the better accuracy to Catwoman? Probably a mixture somewhere in between the Batman and the Nolan verse, unfortunately, as like an independent.
I agree with that. Like it was the most accurate. Like,
yeah,
had.
That's not saying much because Ben Affleck's the most comic accurate Batman. He's fucking hated.
Exactly.
So.
Well, I know you're leading over to the new
I'm
shit.
leading hard. Billy.
How do you feel about Catwoman on Cape Crusader?
God, I'd fuck Christina Ricci in any universe.
Yeah.
That being said, this bitch stole someone's cat, and I've yet to forgive her for it. It's the worst thing about this. If someone took my fucking cat, I would hunt you down. I would hunt you down and find you.
Sexy entrepreneur killed her own flesh and blood, but you're more worried that Catwoman stole a cat.
Nah, humans are assholes. Like I said, animals are good people though, and mine is mine. As Quarter Black Garrett here pointed out, this is your fucking icon.
Yeah.
I mean, my dick went in. It's an innie now. It's gone.
You know what this reminds me of?
You got 2 belly buttons?
I got 2. I'm aerated now. And then this is the real one.
Oh God.
By the way,
want to go out?
How does Gary fucking concentrate while having all this shit in front of him?
Because
that would really bother me.
Tism.
My tism is uncontrollable.
I'm okay with the race swap, but the linebackers, like it looks like the offensive line for the Washington Redskins.
Body positivity.
It's like, what are we doing here? Like it's like Roseanne and Friends. I don't know what they're doing with this. Like this is not
DC's The View.
Here you're gonna fucking make Irwin. You can only get him so erect. The White Knight. I just know what he means, right?
No,
Irwin?
he said no. He's talking about the Nolan verse, dummy. Read past the White Knight part. White Knight's
White
a different.
Knight.
That's like King Arthur
Yeah.
White Knight, not Batman White Knight. You silly.
It's multiple parts here.
I was gonna say, as far as autism scale, I looked at this. I'm like, oh, gross, and then I immediately looked at Gary's stuff, and I'm like, ooh, cool.
Right.
Sorry, Badger, for interrupting.
It's body positivity, Montoya. That's supposed to be Harley Quinn. That's supposed to be Barbara Gordon, who's now a lawyer. It's a lot. It's my biggest thing, and I said to Gooch before anyone showed up, and we were just saying sweet nothings to each other. It's the weird 1940s that they live in, where there's no racism, there's no homophobia. There's crime, but it's this weird, like what the woke wish reality always was. Women are cops and lead figures, and it is what and yes, most of the white people are corrupt assholes, with the exception of Batman.
Well, I like the scene. This isn't a spoiler. I like the scene where there's a hit on somebody, and they're like, "Oh, a bunch of hard-hitting bastards are coming to town." And when the guys all line up, it's like copy paste. They use like the same character in different color skin. I don't hate the art style, but
yes,
I absolutely leave this.
Oswald the Penguin is very much this fucking character.
Mom.
Her fucking, they even call her Ma. It's the same dynamic where everybody thinks that Penguina or whatever the fuck is a nice like pillar of the industry, but then really she's a criminal mastermind. It's the same shit from Futurama.
I will say I'm glad that she shut down in front of a whole room full of people. What's his name? The cop? Bullock?
Which I liked, and they race swapped Flask. Not that it matters, but at this point,
I have no problem with the race. I don't have a problem with it. But at the argument of the 1940s, like if we're gonna talk about trying to bring in modern social ideals to the 1940s, then you can't bring in technology from modern times into the 1940s.
But they say it's Elseworld stuff, right?
Yeah. So like, I mean. I just don't like. I don't like the art style. I don't like some of the animation there. It is flat in a lot of areas. But some of the stories, like some of the writing, is really good. Like some of the episodes are really good. The Harley Quinzel. She's a little chunky, but I like the Stockholm Syndrome. I like the idea of what they were doing in that episode. The writing for it, I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good. It was a different take. I thought it was a different take. I mean,
it was a different take. I agree with you there.
But Yeah,
I do agree with you there. The question is, was this a different take that we needed, and was this done? That's why when you say you don't mind the race swapping, well, I fucking do, because it wasn't done for it was done for representation and inclusivity, but it was not done because they really give a shit. It's because those are the check boxes of their ideology right now. John, I think the first black police commission in the U.S. was 1960s. Well, still too advanced.
There you go.
So this Batman is bro. They're openly having gay kisses like 30 years before.
I disagree with.
Gay rights. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It totally disregards all the actual fucking struggle of black and gay people and women's suffrage when you just act like none of that shit happened and we always had this lovely, fantastic rainbow past.
I think it would have been better off if she would just like touched her hand and just kind of like hinted at it.
Yeah, show the struggle. But Gooch, then they wouldn't have. I'm sorry, but there were not female lead detectives. There were not female detectives. There weren't fucking female cops in the night. And if I'm wrong, show me the first female cop. I don't think it was the 1940s.
But if we're gonna say that, there's no ghosts. There's no a lot of things in that series. So like, I mean, we can't.
But then there's a line.
What we want in.
Right.
Okay.
So
verisimilitude.
I haven't watched it yet. My question is, watching these 80s and 90s stuff, is the strong women work like Aliens and not Montoya, what Vasquez or whatever? You have the strong woman, but you also have like the misogyny and sexism, but the woman just jokes back towards the misogyny and the sexism, and it's funny and it works, and you still get the strong women, but you still get like the time period and the appropriateness. Did they make fun of these strong women at all? Was there any pushback, 1940s pushback on this stuff?
Oh, but also, and when was the first Dirty Harry? Like the fucking late 70s, 80s?
It's on the list.
No, I'm 70s, right? Well, because they were saying in the 60s, like, bro, this is still, it's just, you shouldn't have done it in the 40s.
71.
Why?
No, I totally agree.
40s?
I totally agree.
You
They shouldn't have done.
I know.
You shouldn't have done it in the 40s.
He's working on it. He's working on it.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's been that bad. It is a little lower, but it's also Badgers is kind of loud also. So I've been watching you guys, believe it or not, and it does sound lower. You guys aren't crazy.
I mean, I turned mine down.
Oh, I know they're not crazy. Yeah, my microphone screwed up. I deleted a program and it helped a little bit.
The one thing,
still bad.
The one that I can say about this series, like when people are saying like the females are kind of taking the lead a little bit more, because that's what Batman, like he's 2 weeks in. That's what we were told about this. He's 2 weeks in, and he's actually being a detective in this series, and he's he's doing what he normally does. Even in the comics, he follows people and gets information from them. So he does. He does.
No, but the problem is, you're right. Yes, he does. And who's the point of view when he's following people? Batman. You can zoom in on a conversation, but then you don't leave Batman to follow their dumb fucking hijinks. You stay with Batman.
But he did that. He bugs them, and he's listening to the conversation. Like he's always present. So.
Yes, but this is slighted to be more following them, and it's more their show so they have agency. I like the Clayface episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's perfect. Please, everyone in the chat. I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying
Barbara Gordon freeing herself and freeing the girl and having her own, like it's all done for very specific reasons, and it's just fucking weird that they put it in 1940s Gotham.
There is flaws. There's flaws. You know me. I've said this.
Yes.
There's flaws throughout the series, but I think a lot of the criticism is unwarranted when there's some actually really good episodes in this. There's some really good writing in this, and I think we can't just take a paintbrush and paint the whole series like it's awful.
Right. But that's where I think everyone is going to disagree with you. I hear you, and I'm going to watch it and hope that I can find. But I think some would say, and I'm sure this is at least what the Garys and all of them would say, that like, no, this is enough to not even try to find the.
And that's fine. You can have that opinion.
I mean, I'm still going to watch it, but see, that's the thing. I say I like Batman, and then you don't like some of the voices of it. So it's like, I guess we're all going to be
Batman. Yeah, the voice for Batman is terrible. He sounds congested. I'm like, what is going on with Batman? And some of the other voiceovers, it's like,
I don't want to spoil it, but speaking of voices, the very last word in the last episode of the season sounds fucking terrible for that character.
Okay.
But you also brought up a good point. You also brought up a good point too, because like I was watching it very keenly, like the city scenes. Like you're in Ark or in Gotham, and there should be more people in the streets. It should be busier. You mentioned that, Badger, and I agree with you. Watching it,
Year one,
It's always empty.
well, Frank Miller, year one.
I want to talk about this the last seconds I have with Gooch. This is my favorite. So year one, when I first got this, I was like, oh, this art's all old and gross and weird. And then I read it, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. My favorite part of year one is when he's learning. He goes and beats these thugs up. But the problem is they start kicking him in the head while he's holding someone. And he's like, I'm going to drop this guy. But his idiot friend doesn't care and is trying to attack him. And he's like, I can't kill anyone. And there's so many old school stuff, good stuff they could do, and they're going on that nostalgia bait of that animated series, and they suck you in with that animation style, and then bam, everyone is just race swapped and gender swapped, and all of them are lesbians now, and everyone loves Oswalda and wants to get with Oswalda, the Marilyn Monroe figure. I'm so torn on watching this.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of strong feelings, and I hear you. So I advise everyone to, how about you give it the 3-episode test, and then you join us on Gooch's channel to talk about the Cape Crusader. we can do all these. We're gonna go hard and deep on it. So please
read Frank Miller's Batman Year One instead of watching it
and enjoy it. Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, can we just talk about the fact that Chris Gore super chatted the chat. No.
From a strip club.
Shout out.
From a strip club. That was it. Like from the strip club.
All right. We are going to go raid Leon vigorously.
Wait. Erwin, what's the next movie?
Oh, shit. All right. I got.
Sorry.
Well, we had a bunch from earlier.
My buddy wants to watch Escape from New York and Braveheart, so I might watch this a little early. But I got Beetlejuice.
Snake Plissken.
Count of Monte Cristo, Risk Cutters, A Love Story, which I just personally want to watch. 13th Warrior, Wayne's World, Tremors 2, and then Escape from New York and Brave.
Bloodsport.
And I'm watching Kill La Kill.
No, I say New York.
Really enjoying.
Escape from New York.
My Bloodsport, you son of a bitch.
100%.
Chat decided. They decided against you, Badger, and chat always wins.
All right, Gooch.
Everyone's like on my ass about this Batman thing. I love it.
You leave Gooch alone. He wants to like things.
I love it.
It's called feeling.
I can't wait to tear you a new one on August 20th, which is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Erwin, tomorrow. Who do we have? Who do we have with us?
Hopefully Sonia and Scooby Puff, if we can get him in to sexually harass them.
We have us three. We have Joe. We have Zach and Sammy. Who else do we have on that stream?
Is Dark Hour joining us?
Dark Hour's on for Under the Red Hood. That one.
That'll be a fun one. When is that?
That is
just to see if you know
14th.
it.
I need to wait. Oh, I need to watch that because I really enjoyed Under the Red Hood. # Red Hood did nothing.
Are you coming on for that?
I don't know. Feel free to invite me. I want to watch it. Yes. And that's you're talking about the movie, right? So I don't have to watch.
Yes, the movie.
The animated.
Wait,
yes.
How many episodes is Cape Crusader?
8. 25 minutes, dude.
Only 8.
That was 10.
No, I'm saying 8's 10, but there's 25 minutes. I'm saying they're short. They're short.
Wait, so is it 8 or 10?
Isn't it 10?
I believe it's 10. I did it all last night. It's quick. It's quick.
Damn it.
Yeah, but that's
it's fast.
Barely 2 hours.
It's fast.
You'll be fine.
I was playing a game in the background. It went by real quick.
Everyone good to know you were vigorously paying attention.
Leon.
Go with Leon. Yeah.
Dr. Leo Larry. Get out. No, we won't get out. We won't. You deserve it. I mean, get out! Get out! Is it something I said? You've ruined my life! You've ruined my career! You've ruined my book! You've turned a perfectly peaceful house into an insane asylum! Get out!
Daddy! My God, Leo, what's gotten into you?
It was a disaster, Faye!
No, it wasn't. You were wonderful, sweetie. Fine, Dad. Yeah. Why'd you need to kick Bob out of the house?
You think he's gone? He's not gone! That's the whole point! He's never gone! Is this some radical new therapy? You see?